You know what it is, y'all.
I mean, you ain't gotta pay no price of buying no corners. Since when do we buy corners? We take corners.
Man, you won't buy one way or another.
Whether it's the bodies we don't lost, or you're gonna lose.
Time in the joint is behind us or ahead of us. I mean, you gonna get some shit in this game, but ain't shit for free. I mean, how many corners do they need? How much money can a nigga make?
More than a nigga can spend.
And then we ain't gonna be around to spend what we done made already.
Shit, I didn't think I was gonna be alone this long.
Yeah. Well, we here.
Yeah. I know a nigga murked his own man cause he was fucking on this bitch. He got booked, now she sick. She out here sucking all these. Told my young boy to chill cause he was hitting all these licks. Now he resisted, now we 6 feet. He was thinking with his dick. Better hearken, youngin' man. I'm dropping gems, they call me old school. Gon' fed on the gram and who you shot and who you gon' shoot. 600-page indictment, nigga, what you gon' do? Up top with them lifers, you don't fight, all you do is shoot. I know them crackers mad as hell because they wanna see us dead. Plotting our demise, holding counsel just to stay ahead. This one was, this forever. We gon' paint them nations red. If you not under this banner, then you all just mad. Man, I'm from the trenches, they ain't know it, show us love. All we know is extensions in the way you throw a slug. We done made a move on you and we don't care who it was. On the gram, I saw my youngest send a nigga up above. You would've thought me and the squad was fatigue, how we run shit. Better yet, that's all block. Better yet, that's all strip. My general said, if it's not one West, then it's not legit. Fuck every cracker, go to their grave and go and take the piss. Mama, I'm the Israelite, I'm pulling strings like Santana. Gotta keep the blitz, because in that mix it get bananas. I adapted to it. Right before the skis and went bandanas, I'm the big bad wolf, come down your chimney like I'm Santa. Pussy niggas said that they was gon' slide, but they ain't do shit. Got a couple hammers in the ride, don't make me bang shit. Got a couple crackers on my mind, I'm trying to hang shit. Yeah, I'm in the field, I'm still pissed about the slave ships. Then y'all got some big shit to make a rain flip. This pump turn you to an acrobat with these backflips. Mom said 12s at you questions, but not say shit. Mom said don't neighbors at you questions, but not say shit. I'm true to this, ask your old head, I ain't new to this, I'm too legit. If one West world and we running this, I'm gunning it. Advise every cracker to be intelligent, irrelevant. For all them fake kids that we ain't marching with. This clip that I got like holy water, I'm trying to throw it on you. You pledge your allegiance to them snakes, they turn for you on you. Pillhead / crash dumps, I keep it real with you. You told me you don't trust none of them niggas, and that's a real issue. I don't give a fuck, you wantin' beef, I want you all dead. That before the sign, the same words that Paul said. Clip full of racist motherfuckers, it got bald heads. This shit that I got dumping at your ears like some skull heads. Why you trying to claim the same right that your man's dead? Y'all was sign lacking, main reasons why your God's dead. Always gotta keep one in the head before I go to bed. Fuck a DJ Khaled, this one West, this what God did, nigga. One West, bro.
You pulling up and shit, bro. Yeah, I'm about to holler at him, bro. Like,
he said he was gonna pull up.
I mean, I called him aside, you know, let me get the class, but I ain't think he wasn't gonna show type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because I mean,
you ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. What you talking about? If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick loaded, but he'll fade your line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. Some folks shit, we got it. You PK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. You PK UPK soup salad. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn low. But I see the sorrow and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. Get a damn horse that neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee bitch you looking. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say if that nigga on wall, bitch we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy you be done to try. South Coast shit, we got it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch I ain't the one. Work for every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga none of me. Base up, rock, fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip pull a limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. While I put your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, use a pickle. You're squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road?
You should
I'm a real big beast, nigga. You can't play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. Always close full of tenders. Ball like a close combat. They got popped off for a neck. If that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. How I kill that stick? Loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we got it. UPK soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy. Think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk for every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. More than you, bitch.
I think Boston is what it's good, baby. I swear.
Damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Who's this?
GMB.
Oh my God, nigga.
Finesse, you stupid for this. Like a mom.
Hell.
All jokes aside,
Who put that?
you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life.
What price, Zach?
This and that for life. I'm on this for
you
life,
ain't
nigga.
got
That's blood oath. And your mother ride. Here go a class for you, my nigga.
Damn, all right.
On 40
Finish
for the
tomorrow, all
road.
right?
The world turned its back on me.
Don't worry about that.
I'm a criminal. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you what. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. The devils they plan fair. They hunt you like bad pal. But ain't no getting out the game like you munching. You take that oath, it's a done deal. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one place. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times in his death. It was hard. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't like you think, little nigga. I should walk. Even your own people go to show. And the Lord said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So How you feel about this truth out of show? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show to the fake niggas. Stay silent, I got it, let's go, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got you, baby mother on high, on high. Baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on the yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he give them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know that's an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And another blasphemy of them, which they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. This is Isupk Kaleem. You know what I'm saying? The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Shalom, Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, Brakatham to the brothers, and Shalom, Yahweh, Shemalatham, Bashem Yahushai to the sisters. Let's go ahead and clap it up. This is the Isupk Kaleem Wednesday law class. And I'm Precinct Officer Tabazar. I got Officer Abiyar on the side with me, and I got, you know what I'm saying, our soon-to-be a trooper, you know what I'm saying, young man rocking it out with us, you know what I'm saying, for the law class. The title of the class is called Trials. You understand? And since we're dealing with that, I mean, can someone give me the definition of trial? Dictionary definition of trial. And is our Strong's up here?
Allah is right there, sir.
Okay, if you could, Bob, shot the water, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Trials, man. You know what I'm saying? Trials, you know, in life or in the truth, man, trials is like oxygen. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you get up, you breathe, you go to sleep, you breathe, it's there. You know what I'm saying? Trials is going to be there, man. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, man, really, before social media, before the internet, a lot of times people express what they dealt with through like music, songs, stuff like that, poetry, you know what I'm saying? They try to escape what they're dealing with through sports, you know what I'm saying, or other avenues, you know what I mean, drugs. But now through social media, that's really what everybody talks about, is how you get through things, like, and how to overcome things, and you know what I'm saying, and what's success, what's not success, and everything kind of gets put under a magnifying glass and put under a spotlight or a microscope in terms of like, how to get through this life. But one of the dangerous things about like social media and the internet is you begin to think that everything is like universal. Now, we're called the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, but this practical knowledge only applies to our world. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, there are rules that apply to you that don't apply to other people. You understand? And your particular situation and what you're dealing with is because you have a people, a culture, an identity, and more importantly, you have a power. You have a power, the Most High God, that is dictating your entire life. He governs and dictates your entire life. You know what I'm saying? What you eat, who you have sex with, how you deal with your brother, how you deal with those who are not of your nation. He governs every aspect of your life. But being raised here in America, living in America or living abroad, you know what I'm saying? These other countries governed by these other nations, you know, you'll come up, you'll be raised with the mindset that, you know, you can live according to how you want to live and do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You only live once, you know, live your best life. I heard some brother on Instagram today talking about, you know what I'm saying, what it means to live a full life. And he was like, how can you live a full life if you broke? And I'm just listening. I'm like, man, it's so many false prophets out there. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to have a Bible to be a false prophet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of false teachers and a lot of false prophets. And that was one of the indicators of the last days, that more false teachers, Yahushua said, Christ said, more false teachers and false prophets would arise. Why? Because we're towards the end. And the end is just as dangerous as the beginning. You understand? It's just as dangerous because you start to feel like you got a grip on things. Like maybe you've been on this pace, running this certain kind of a pace, and you feel like you got it together. And then, you know, you don't even realize like the place where you're going to slip is right at the end.
Right.
You understand? And this is why, you know, a lot of times people feel like because of Christianity that you're supposed to be trying to find the blessing, the prosperity, the peace. You know what I'm saying? The peace of mind. When the Lord, in fact, give me that. What is that in Isaiah? I create and we're going to get the definition of trials. You had a question?
Oh, no.
No, if you did, go ahead.
I'm talking about the definition of trial.
Okay, we're going to get to that, but I want to get this scripture first because the Most High, he's the wisest. He understands that we even like, you know what? You hear it in like when people like the podcast or the reels about like relationships. They be like, you know, if the person doesn't bring you peace and someone has to find their own peace and all that, right? People think that the absence of peace, right, means like that's what's to be sought after. Like no trouble, no, everything is calm and peaceful. When that's not what the Lord is talking about at all. The Lord is laying trials on you. He's having counsels in the fourth dimension about what trials to put you through.
Right.
Why, and that's why Christianity is so dangerous, because they'll set you on they'll put you in a mindset of that you should be looking for peace. And then what you'll do is you'll try to escape your trial. You'll try to get out of your trial. You understand? When the trial was set up by the Lord on, you know what I mean, for your benefit. And we're gonna see about that, man. We're gonna see about that in a little bit. You got that?
Come on, concert.
Go ahead, Art.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness.
Right. So in Christianity, they want you to feel like there's like opposing forces, right? That on this side is the Most High is God, and on this side is the devil, is Satan, right? When we know through the truth, through the scriptures, that Satan is a loyal servant of the Most High.
Right.
He's a loyal servant. You understand? And the Lord wants the credit for it all. See, you only want to give the Lord credit for the good stuff. That's why when anything good happened in your life, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Or when you want something from good, you pray, you ask God for the good. You understand? But you never give him thanks for the evil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't, or not even to say thanks. You don't give him credit for the evil.
Right.
Something terrible happens in what you call terrible happens in your life, a car crash, or, you know, your bank account get hacked. You know what I'm saying? Your girlfriend leave you, she cheat on you. You talking about it's Satan, it's the devil. Man, I don't know what's going on, man. Satan doing his job. Yeah, he doing his job, but he doing his job on orders.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? He getting ordered to wreak havoc because you aren't serving God. You're serving yourself. And you use church, you use zodiac signs, you know what I'm saying? You use whatever false religion that you involved in as a vehicle to serve your own lusts and your own desires. But the thing about trials is trials are a revealing agent. Trials reveal what's really inside of you. So see, let me tell you something, man. It's one thing to deceive like people, right? To lie to people and whatnot. It's another thing when you've deceived yourself.
Right.
That's a deeper thing because you can't even see yourself. You in your mind, you believe that you're a certain thing. In your head, you like, oh, I'm righteous, man. I don't really be doing too much. You know what I mean? I stay out the way. But a trial reveals what you really on, what type of time you on. It reveals it. You understand when your back's against the wall and the pressure is on, then the Lord and the eyes of the Lord, the Allah and the angels, and those who are observing you, we get to see who you really are. You understand? So the Lord wants credit for it all. You understand? He don't want just credit for making the sun and not the earth. He put orders out for all of that to get completed. So when he put an order out for trouble to come into your life, give him credit. When the good come into your life, give him credit. Don't blame Satan. Satan just caught on one corner. Caught on one corner, sir.
Right.
You understand? But go ahead and finish reading.
Caught on one corner, sir. I make peace and create evil.
I make peace and create the evil. Dang, why am I going through this? I don't understand why I keep going through the same thing. Good night, man. I don't get it. The Lord is against you.
Right.
The Lord is against you because you're against him. And he's not, it's the same way how if you had children, you're not tolerating no disobedience from your children. They in your house, they eating your groceries. You understand? You pay for the electric and the air conditioning. You pay for the gas, for the stove. You know what I'm saying? You have the car that transports them to where they want to go. And then they up in there violating your rules and your laws. And you just going to sit back and be like, okay, live your best life. Ain't no half decent parent going to allow that.
Right.
So what makes you think that you're going to live on the earth that the Most High created under the heavens that he shaped and formed, and you're going to violate his laws, statutes, and commandments and feel like it's just going to be, hunky-dory. And then what's crazy is if Satan is who you claim he is, and he's the one that's in all the lusts and the vices, then why y'all love hanging out with him so much? You going to the club, smoking weed, sniffing the cocaine, drinking the lean. Ain't that Satan? When you having fun and the girls is twerking and spreading like an eagle, you know what I'm saying? Popping mollies and having all type of orgies and whatnot. You ain't talking about Satan then.
Right.
Then it's just you living your best life. You don't blame Satan for that, but you blame Satan when somebody gets shot and get killed. That's the Lord. Yahweh Shah said that a sparrow, a bird, a sparrow that's sold for 2 farthings. 2 farthings, you can say maybe it's like 2 quarters. A sparrow that's sold for 2 quarters, 2 farthings, don't drop to the ground without your heavenly Father knowing it. Do you understand what that means? That if a bird is going to die, the angels give a report to the Most High. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, I sanction that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, knock them off. Down to the animals, down to the birds. And Yahweh Shah was like, aren't you worth many more birds? So if something happens to you, the Lord stamped it.
Right.
Man, I don't know what happened, man. I got hit in the wrist. I should be dead. The Lord let you be spared, but he said, yeah, get him. Let him get hit. That was my best friend, man. He was my best friend. I don't know why he gone, man. Life ain't fair. Hey, man, the Lord do as he please. Your road dog, your best friend, he out of here because the Lord said so.
Right.
He said his time is up. And he let you live to learn from him, to have that in your memory, that your best friend is out of here. Now, how you gonna live? Now, see, the thing is like you weeping and mourning him being gone, but you know, he out of here. He can't do more. He can't do no more. He can't add to his life. Ain't no more to take away. But you still here. What you gonna learn from that? That's why the Lord said, don't put no markings on your body for the dead. We'll sit there in our culture. We'll tattoo the birth date of someone that died or their death date and put angel wings on them and carry them with us on our body as a memorial. Right. But not keep the Lord's laws and statutes that would give us life and give us power in the earth inside of us, man. Inside of our chest. We hypocrites. We put the dead on us and then we still live like we dead. You remember that what they did with the one dude who got killed? They put his dead body up in the club. They had him up. He was dead. They had his corpse leaning up against the wall. All like, you know what I mean? He was dripped out, and they up in there partying and twerking and all that. That lets you know we ain't learned a damn thing. Right. I remember Captain Kahan told me, he was like, unfortunately, Warrior, he was like, for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for Israelites, death is usually like the only teacher that we'll pay attention to. And now it's getting to the point where death we ain't even listening to death no more. You know what I'm saying? So like, is there any more on that?
Concept. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Right, the Lord do all of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Your Christian pastor want to tell you that that if your life ain't going right, it's the devil. It's the devil, and you need to sow a seed and, you know what I'm saying, and drop a bag on the pastor, or, you know what I'm saying, a free will offering on the pastor. You understand? A gift. And sow a seed, and it's going to remove all the trouble in your life. The Lord is not trying to remove the trouble. He's trying to give you the trouble. Why? Why is the Lord trying to give us trouble? For what reason?
To wake us up and show basically like as your parent, he being a parent because he cared.
Well, you know, parents want their kids to follow the rules, but it's not like parents throw their kids out to sleep in the backyard all night. Right. Or if it's it's a bunch of dogs running loose in the community, ain't like your parents throw you out to sleep outside with the pack of pit bulls running around the community, right? They're not doing that to you. Now, if you don't have your bed made or clean up your room, they might take away your game system, or, you know, I think they didn't change now. I don't know if the parents are still using the extension cords and the belts and all that. That was my era. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they're not throwing you out there. But the Lord will put you in a situation. Why? Why would the Lord bring trouble into your life?
See if you fold under pressure.
I mean, that's not incorrect, but that's not what I'm looking for. The reason why the Lord brings trouble is because if you've been a slave all your life, right? A slave to whatever, to your lusts, a slave to lies, a slave to women, right? Women control you. You get moved out the way for women. Then what don't you know how to do? What does a slave not know? What does a slave don't? What is lacking in a slave that makes him a slave? What separates a slave from a free man? I want to give it to you. Anybody in the chat, y'all can answer this too. I don't know how many people we got in the chat, but what separates a slave from a free man?
You got an answer in the chat, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was called because I said the will to fight.
Man, that's it. That's it. Give him a hand. Good night. Shout out to Carl Kazar, man. Mighty priest. You know what I'm saying? Damn right, Doc. The willing, not just the willingness to fight, but the ability to fight. You could be willing to fight and not know how to fight. Right. You know what I'm saying? But the ability to fight, because the Lord bring trials into your situation because life is war. And the very thing that has been destroying your life, the way you make your decisions, how you choose your friends, how you choose your women, how you make decisions, it's all been based on your lust. It's all been based on what you think is good for you. But what we fail to realize is that we're stupid, that we're dumb. We don't know how to make decisions. We don't know what's good for us. What do kids think is good for them? It's easy. What do kids believe is good for them?
Tootsie Rolls and
keep it going. Candy, right? Cotton candy, Tootsie Roll, anything that's sweet, right? To a kid, that's good for them. Why is it? Why? Because it tastes good. But now, if I gave you my daughter, right? And I say, hey, I need you to watch I'm gonna say my son, Salaki. If I gave you my son, I say, hey, I need you to watch my son. And I need you to take care of him. And he told you what was good for him. He wanted, right? He told me he want candy now. And then I come back and you tell me, and my son's teeth is all rotted. Right. He's sick. I'm like, hey man, what you feed him? Oh, I gave him, you know what I'm saying, whatever he asked for. Whatever he wanted is what I gave him. Would you be considered a good caretaker? Because you didn't have the ability to say no and to give him what he needs, not what he wants, man. You understand? That's us. We're children. You see it right now. Even the goddamn weed rappers are flavored right. Cherry and grape flavor, like little kids. Right. We're kids. We you know how you know when someone is a child? That's an actual physical adult, that they're a child in the mind when they say I'm grown. Any person that says I'm grown, they're telling you that they're a child. Right. They're children who are justifying their poor decisions by the fact that they have a physical age. That's why, in the truth, we don't worry about birthdays and how old you are, because that has nothing to do with the spirit. It's brothers in this truth that are in their 20s that are wiser than men that are in their 60s, right, that outrank them, right, spiritually. Because we in this hell that we're in this captivity that we're in, we're made to be children. Physically be adults, but mentally and spiritually we act like children. All we want is the things that please us. So you know what snaps somebody out of that? Trials. Go ahead and give me the definition. I'm ready now.
Definition of trials: a mark or a series of signs or objects left behind by the passage of someone or something.
That's trials. TRIALS. ALS. Yep. Any more definitions on that?
A long, thin part of line stretching behind. No.
TRIALS. Trials.
I got a definition.
No, go ahead, Art. Yeah.
Definition of trial: a test of performance, qualities, or stability of someone or something.
Read that again and read it loud, warrior. Read it with some,
Trials.
Yeah.
A test of the performance, qualities, or stability of someone or something.
The test of the performance, quality, and ability of someone or something. So a trial is how you find out what something is. Right. Right? It's like a test drive. You go to get a car, you don't just buy the car, right? You got to get in it, examine it, test drive it, see if it's what it's. The whole point of you going to, even when you go to buy a house, right, or buy a vehicle, the point of the test drive is to find out if what's advertised, if that's how it actually functions. Right. And in Christianity, there's a whole bunch of marketing and advertising, but it's rarely ever what the advertisement is. People say, like Officer Karab say, a pair of lips can say anything. Right. But you don't know what something is until it goes through trial. In the Lord is no different. You understand? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 2. And I want you to read it. All right. You know what I'm saying? You people coming to the truth and they get all excited, like, oh man, it's the truth. It's the truth. Like they going to Disneyland or something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing you, but you about to enter into the house of horrors. Right. You know why? Because you've been living with a bunch of monsters and demons that you didn't realize was demons. When you was doing all that, when you was living your life before, getting drunk, having sex with whoever, you have sex with a man, leave a man, have sex with a woman, leave a woman, go get drunk, go sniff coke, go do drugs, go to the club. You just move from thing to thing, whatever pleases your flesh. And the whole time you surrounded by demons. Right. But they don't look like demons to you because they familiar spirits. Right. Then you come to serve the Lord, and it's like you've been living in the house with the lights off. You turn the lights on, there's roaches everywhere, and monsters looking at you. But like Captain Zaryak say, the monsters are always human. It's always a person. It ain't never no scary, like how they do in the movies Hellraiser and not Chucky, but Freddy Krueger and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pinhead and all that. It's never no scary demon looking thing. It's actually just you and your bad choices and your wickedness, man. Your lustly pleasures and putting yourself above everybody else. That's how you determine what's good. It's just about where all the good men at. You know what they really mean? They ain't talking about no good men, because a good man gonna check you. Right. He gonna check you. He gonna check you and correct you, and you gonna raise your voice. He gonna tell you to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I'm talking. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? You brothers feel like, man, I need to find the righteous man. You don't want to be around no righteous man, because they gonna tell you, hey, what you doing is wrong. Right. That's effeminate. That's what gay men do. Right. Gay men act like that. Real men don't act like that. You can't dress that way. You can't do your hair like that. You can't paint your nails. Well, real man ain't insecure. He'll paint his nails. No, that's effeminate. Right. And Christ said the effeminate will not inherit the kingdom. Christ is not okay with you painting your nails. You know what I'm saying? Putting on eyeliner. The Lord ain't cool with that. Yahweh Shah's not okay with that. But are you say you want righteous leadership, you want to be around real men, but then when you're around real men, you start to get offended. You know why? Because you didn't realize that you was the opposite of the very thing that you're looking for. Right. So then when you get around it, you're gonna get called out. And that's going to be a trial for you. Can you take the checking and the correction and grow from that and keep moving and become the thing that you feel like you want to be? Salakia. Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Yep, go ahead. I'll take your time. Any questions in the chat? If there's any questions, go ahead and ask. We answer all questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll get you an answer. But the topic for the class is trials. No sweat. If you have any questions at all, you know what I'm saying, you can definitely post them. All right, we're gonna get to all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. That's what the Lord God is here for. Is to where there's darkness, you know what I mean, shed light. You got that, Act? All right, chapter 2, verse 1. Go ahead and read it loud and strong, Act.
From the Apocrypha. Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy souls for temptation.
Do what?
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
If you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. What do you think that means?
If you're coming in the truth, you got to come with 100%, not like keeping it fit, like trying to keep it fit.
Right. But okay, that's right. But give me some more. If you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Let's make it practical. If you go into a rehabilitation center and you've been doing heroin for 3 and 4 years, right? What should you prepare for if you go into a rehabilitation center?
Withdrawal, seeing people that's already worse than you.
Keep going. Give me more. Come on, right? Keep going. Withdrawal, seeing people that's in a worse condition than you, that remind you of what? Of the very thing that you're trying to do. What? They remind you of what? The very thing you're trying to what?
Come out of.
Exactly. Give them a hand. Exactly. You understand? That's why in this truth arc, see, like the Lord is a father. That's why Christ, when Christ came, he always said our Father, because he wanted you to look at the Most High as a father would deal with his own children. You understand? But what Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 1 is saying is that when you come to serve the Lord, you're no longer serving who?
Your flesh.
Exactly. Yourself, your lust, your flesh. So you have to prepare your soul for temptation. Now, is it the Lord that's tempting you? What do you think? Is it if he's saying you come to serve the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation, is it the Lord that's tempting you?
Basically, your flesh fighting against what the Lord is saying.
Hey, whether you're wrong or right, be confident. You understand? Don't ever have it in your mind like, I'm afraid to answer. Because if you're wrong, what are we going to do?
Correct.
If you're right, what are we going to do? Give him a hand. Be confident regardless. Okay? What are you going to say?
So basically, send temptation. See if you're better to overcome the temptation.
No. Hold what you got. Give me James. You know what I'm talking about, right? Give me James. I think it's chapter 1. I'm going to show you. What you said initially is what's correct. So when you come to serve the Lord, you prepare yourself for temptation because you're trying to come out of the thing, right, that you've been in. So the thing that you've been around and familiar with for so long is what you're comfortable with, right? But the Lord has a whole nother game plan and program for you. In a rehabilitation center, you got to get up at a certain time. You probably used to get up when you feel like it. You got to get up at this time. You got to do certain activities. You got to go to like little meetings and councils and all that kind of stuff like that. And now you got to deal with your what? Your demons. You got to deal with your demons. So you have to prepare your mind for that. Because if you don't, you're gonna do what? Fall right back where you was at. You're gonna relapse.
Right.
That's what this is talking about, right? Now I ask you, is it the Lord tempting you, right? But let's find out what the scriptures say.
Come on, sir. This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God.
You heard that, Art? That he's tempted of God. That's James. Read up on.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempted he any man.
Right. For the Lord can't be tempted with evil. The Lord can't be, you can't seduce the Most High. You can't wave a bag of cocaine like, hey, Lord.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. The Lord don't see a woman on the earth with a big behind and shapely and be like, ooh, wee.
Right.
You can't tempt the Lord. You cannot, there's nothing that we find appealing here on the earth that affects the Lord in any way. But on top of that, he don't tempt any man with evil. Now that's heavy, right? Because he just said in the scriptures earlier, I create the good and the evil, right? But what does that mean? Does it mean that he creates the evil, like he creates alternative lifestyle people and child molesters? No. What it means is that he creates the punishments.
Right.
You understand? Because what we call evil, a lot of time, is just the Lord giving out his judgment and his punishment for us going against what he said. You understand? The things that we see in the earth, you know, when I was coming up, one of the things that was like really pushed in school was like philosophy, especially like Greek philosophy. So you had like Aristotle, Plato, Socrates, you know what I'm saying? All these philosophers. And then it's like you had the discussions of atheism versus theism, right? Is there a God, not a God? But it's all really our oppressors discussing things that because the Lord is not with them.
Right.
He don't know them. He don't deal with them and know them. So they have to ponder about stuff. We, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, once the Most High introduced himself to us, we didn't have to guess.
Right.
You understand? We didn't have to say, is there a God or not? We knew it was because he was destroying us. He was destroying us, or he was on our side and we were overcoming our enemies. So the Most High chose us and revealed himself to us as a power and as the creator of heaven and earth. So we didn't have to come up with these philosophies about the Most High because there was no such thing as philosophy. We didn't have to philosophize because he gave us his law. You understand? The law was black and white. It was either you live or you die. That's it. Ain't nothing to think about. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So they would say things when I was coming up in school, like, is there a God, and why, if God is real, why do babies die? Or why are babies born with like deformities, right? Babies who are born with like two heads and one body, or paraplegic, or born blind, or why are there people who kill kids in the Lord and God allows it, right? They have posed these questions to us in school. And like, I'll tell you one thing, man, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
Right.
Because the way he puts stuff in kids' heads when they're young, you know what I'm saying? It really was like a setup because even though we was raised in the church, and the church is a complete detriment to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, but we still had a sense of belief in the Most High and in God. But he tried to put that seed of like, well, there is no God. And it's so cunning and conniving because we're his family and he's going to punish us regardless. Like the Lord don't change because we're deceived.
Right.
Just because we don't know no better, it don't stop him from being a father and punishing his children. You understand? That's why he raises up priests and prophets, you know what I'm saying, to come and warn the people, to let them know.
Right.
And that's our battle. You understand? But this is the point. The oppressor, because he has no connection with the Most High, he'll ask those questions, whereas we know why. So when we see a baby that's deformed, or a person that's blind from birth, or some type of deformity, we say, well, one of two things: either his parents did something crazy,
right,
and that's why he's in this condition, or when he was here before he did something crazy,
right,
or it could be, if it's one of us, Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, the Lord want to do something to show his power in this person.
Right.
You understand? But we know the cause, that the Lord is in control of it all. It's not like he's not a just God because people are born with deformities. It ain't that simple. You understand? But no sweat. Where was we at?
James 1:14.
Yeah, let no man say when he is tempted that God has tempted him. Go ahead, keep reading.
Colonel McCon, sir. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
So like drawn away of his what?
Of his own lust. Enticed.
Salakia. So what tempts a man, young man? What tempts a man?
Women, money.
Or what does the scripture say tempts a man? If we stay to what's being read, his own lust. His own lust. So it's not the Lord that's putting this in your face. That was what you fed on.
Right.
You ate this for 20 years. Now you learn that this is Salaki, this is junk food, and you can't eat it no more. You're supposed to eat nutrient-dense food. Now you got to eat straight chicken breast and avocado and sweet potatoes and eggs. You can't have like the processed foods no more. Now you know that the avocado, the eggs, and the vegetables and the fruits is good for you, but what does your body want? The sugar.
Right.
The processed food. And Salakia, it's so crazy because that's why they call it what do they call these stores out here where we go through a drive-thru? What do they call?
Fast food.
Fast food. You understand? And let me tell you right now, the oppressor made sure that anything that your mind can lust after, you can get it fast.
Right.
On your phone.
Right.
Porn is right there.
Right.
You understand? Now they got the goddamn deliveries for the weed. You can get all manner of strain of weed,
right,
and get it sent to you by mail.
Right.
In the mail. Right to your doorstep. You can get the weed grinder, the weed, the wraps, everything just delivered to you at your door. Whatever you want, fast. So now when you come to serve God, do the temptations stop? They shout not. They are masters at marketing, man. It's in your face 24/7.
Right.
That's why you got to prepare your soul because, like I said, just because the temptations don't stop, the Lord don't change. If you come to serve the Lord and you're not prepared to go through this as a soldier or take this walk seriously, it's going to eat you alive.
Right.
That's why we prepare ourselves for war, for battle, because life is a battle. And what the Lord does is he puts you through trials to wake you up. To wake you up. That's why he put you through trials, to wake you up, because this life puts you to sleep. All right?
Right.
It puts you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The demon hop on you and be like, damn, man, this is, man, good night. Man, I know it. That's the demon. That's all. It's a demon. Because sleep is comfortable. Sleep is where you dream. But life is war. You understand? When you wake up, you got to go to war. It's a battle every single day to stay in this truth. Is there any more on that?
That's it. Let me see. I read verse 15, sir.
Okay.
Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin.
Right.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
So let me ask you this question, young man. Why? I'm going to ask this to everybody in the class. Why? What is the goal? What is the goal of your oppressor surrounding you with the temptation to sin? What does sin do? Anybody in the chat? You as well? Go ahead.
Put you in jail, fill up prisons.
Yeah. But what's the main thing that it does?
Strip you away from yourself.
Yeah. Anything in the chat?
Melly Malek says, "Send you to hell, sir."
Send you to hell. Yeah. We already in hell,
right?
Malek. It don't send you to hell. The Lord put you in hell when you're born,
right?
Or He put you in heaven. You understand? Hell is not a place that you go to when you die. Hell is a condition. You understand? We can get into that later if you have a question about that. You know what I'm saying? But no, it don't send you to hell. Well, I guess it does in a way. It does in a way, I guess, but not in the way that you think. You know what I mean? But we'll get into that later.
Right.
What sin does is it turns the Lord against you.
Right.
And you don't want the Most High for an enemy. You understand? It's with whatever you try to accomplish in life, the Lord is against you. Everything you try to do, in any direction you try to move in, it's the Lord is against you. He's against you. It makes the Lord your enemy.
Right.
That's what it does. And give me the scripture where it talks about how the one with, I think it's in Judith. You know what I'm talking about? Where there was like, we have to leave them alone unless we shouldn't try to go against them unless they, you know what I'm saying?
Come.
Yeah. If you could find that out for me, I appreciate it. But he about to get a scripture to show this, man. What your oppressor knows, what all these other nations know about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is that while you over here, like, you getting excited because Putin showed a picture with Black Jesus, you're like, oh man, the world's coming and finding out the truth. No, man, they know the truth already. You don't know. Right. You the one that's getting that's getting enlightened. They know. You think when you go to them Arab stores, them Chinese stores, they don't know who you are. They know exactly who you are. That's why they're here. When it say Deuteronomy 28:68 that the stranger in your community is going to rise up high and you'll be low, and then what our people always say? Why they always come to our community and strip us? They take from us and take our money, but they don't respect us.
Right.
That's because the Lord is against you.
Right.
The Lord knows you're no good. That you don't care nothing about His laws. You're gonna eat your pork chops. You want to have your crab crab boils. You don't give a damn about what He says.
Right.
So He lets the other nations come into your neighborhood, sell you your bald-headed self some hair, right? And then bust you over the head with a goddamn broom when you want to argue about the price. Or when you go to the Vietnamese shop to get your nails or hair done, they and you don't pay what they want you to pay because you're like, I don't like this service. You think you're a Caucasian. Right. I'm not pleased with this service. You're gonna respect that. I don't have to pay. And they lock the doors and beat you with brooms. Right. How many videos have you seen of that? Because the Lord is against you. The Lord ain't with you. Because you think that having sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry, that is just, I wasn't happy with the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to move on. The Lord told me to be unhappy. Okay. You suffer and go what you go through because the Lord is against you, because of how you've been living your life. That's it. So when you come into the knowledge of the truth, you have to prepare yourself for trials, because the things that you were telling yourself that made everything you were dealing with okay, that made you forget about what you was dealing with. That's what we do, right? We join sororities, we join fraternities, We try to pursue college. You know what I mean? We try to get a good job because we think a bigger check is going to make everything better. Right. We try to get into other relationships because we're not confronting ourselves about how we're living our lives, that we are violating God's laws. And it's so deep. We be so stupid about our lives, but so smart about the Bible. Right. That ain't what my pastor told me. I know the Bible. I'd have read it back and forth. Good night. Right. But then we at home crying. I don't understand why I keep going through the same goddamn thing. I don't get it. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we ain't got no humility. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. If you went to the doctor and they said that you got some type of strange growth in your, you know what I mean, in your side, right? And they got to go and do an examination, right? And you talk to the doctor, and the doctor like, hey man, listen. Now I didn't read this book back to front. Right. You know what I'm saying? And you ask them, hey man, well, you know, what school you graduate from? I ain't graduated from school, but I didn't read this book about surgery from back to front. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do this procedure. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be tawab. Is you gonna allow him to work on you? So then why is that we have to disrespect the Bible? If we know that if I buy a book on heart surgery and I said I've read it back to front, you're not gonna let me do heart surgery on you, right? Just because I read the book, right? So then why do we give more respect to books on procedures for the body, right? And more respect to doctors than we do for people who actually study and read the Bible. Right. We don't respect the Bible. We don't really respect God. And the reason why we do this is because we're really trying to find a reason to not listen and to live life how we want to live life. We want to find a reason to tell this person, I don't believe that. Because everything we've done in our lives prior to this point has been to serve ourselves. Right. You know, people believe in the sun, moon, the stars, and Mercury in retrograde, and I'm a Virgo, I'm a Scorpio. They believe in that because Virgo, Scorpio, whatever moon, Uranus, and Venus in the third house, they ain't gonna tell you that you that you a no good whoremongering Negro. You know, that you keep taking these women and having sex with them and throwing them away. Right. They ain't gonna tell you that. And for you sisters out there who go to the clubs now, like you, I mean, when I was coming up, a sister didn't wear lingerie. Only time you see sister in lingerie was in the bedroom. I remember what was the sister's name, man? T-shirt and my panties on. What was her name? What was that song? What was the artist's name? Start with a T, I think. What was her name? Adina Howard, The Water. Adina Howard. Ooh wee. I was like, I think I was in high school, and she's on the chair with a T-shirt on. I was like, dang, this is getting crazy. And now that would be considered what? Modest. Yikes. That would be Adina Howard will be considered modest right now, a modest video for what I see going on. It's insane. Like girls are on. Listen, we go out to 6th Street in Austin. We go out. Girls are wearing lingerie in the club. Go ahead, Art.
That's it. Basically like how now females post their body out on the internet. Back like when I was growing up, the younger days, a female get exposed, she'll be crying. Now the females exposing themselves.
That's heavy, man. Give him a hand. Get up on my hand. Listen, man, you know, and I'm not even gonna say it's like, because a lot of times what old folks do is they'll say things like, man, these kids is different. Right. Yeah, they different because of you. Right. They only learn from you. And what I noticed was things progressively, the restrictions that we had on things, the boundaries started to go away. Right. More things became acceptable. And it's like how you cook a frog. You don't turn the heat up on a frog in a pan right away. You do it gradually. You do it in degrees. So it gets comfortable to the heat to where when it's dying, you don't realize it's dying. And that's what they did to us in the society, man. Because, man, look, you couldn't get, it was hard to get to lay with a girl when I was coming up, man. You in your brain, you told yourself it's gonna take a good 3 to 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Especially, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm off to work. All them late night calls on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Until you fall asleep or your mama get on the phone. Hey, get off this damn phone. Get off my phone. Right? And you like, okay, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Or you fall asleep and you just wake up. Oh, good night. I fell asleep. And sisters, let me tell you something real quick. Little sidebar. Brothers don't have time for that no more. If you pass 20 and you're looking to talk to your man for over an hour on the phone as a regular thing, you need to grow up. The only reason why we could do that is because we didn't have no jobs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We wasn't working. Maybe we did some sports, but we didn't have no jobs. All we had to do was get up to school the next day. Don't be expecting your man to be on the phone with you for no hour just talking about nothing. Grow up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get out of that. That ain't this time no more. So I'm getting back to the point, man. But you had to work to do that. Now, man, I seen a sister on the Instagram reel. She said, the brother was like, "Hey, so do you, when you meet the guy, do you kiss?" She's like, "Nah, I don't kiss." And he was like, "You don't kiss?" She's like, "Nah, I'll give oral sex, but kissing makes you fall in love." So he said, "Oh, so on the first date, you won't give oral sex?" She's like, "No, I'll give oral sex, but I won't kiss." That's crazy. I promise you, I haven't put a video up.
Insane.
It's that brother from New York with the braids.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? I forget that brother's name. He's funny, man. Yeah, but that's what we've come to. Whereas when I was coming to school, man, if it got out of school that you was doing oral sex on brothers, right. Oh my gosh. Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We had to read a book in school called A Scarlet Letter. And basically it's like it was a woman who committed adultery. She had to walk around town with the big A in red on her as a mark of shame. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was like. If they heard you was having sex or doing that, you was just. And now it's like it's gone from that to body counts don't matter. Or if I have sex with the condom, it don't count. It only count if I have sex without a condom. Then it's a body. This is what we got into. Now imagine you trying to come from that lifestyle to serving the Lord. Right. Good night. You talking about withdrawal. Remember Pookie on New Jack City?
Right.
Oh man, just keep calling me, man. Keep calling me. Now everybody a demon. Man, them folks in Isupk, they crazy. They a cult. They a cult. They talking about don't smoke no weed, don't drink no lean. You telling me that I can't call a man over when I get the itch? And I'm dealing with all these kids, and I can't call him over and then call over Brad too on Wednesday. Oh hell nah. Multiple wives. I ain't been to share. Right. I'm not sharing. Right. I just don't do that. Good night. But sis. Sis. Right. You don't share. Okay. I would beg to differ. I would say that the history of your relationships would show that you are a woman that does share. Right. Whether consenting or unconsenting, you share. Right. Okay. But when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Right. Because the way that you used to live, which is completely against God, now you have to learn a new way of life. And your old life is going to be calling you. That's why as the men who come into the school, we put on all black, because what we're showing is we're dying to who we were. Everything that we were before is gone now. It's blacked out, and we're becoming a new person. But in becoming a new person, be prepared to fight the old you. Right. All right. Keep reading that. Ecclesiastes chapter 2. Salaki. No? Oh, most on Christ.
Ecclesiastes. Chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare their soul for temptation. Verse 2. Set their heart aright.
Set thy what?
Set their heart aright.
Okay, sis, in the Bible, what does the heart mean in the Bible? Give her a mic, somebody. Listen, it's okay. Listen, sis, we family. We learning together. All right, just give me what you think it is in the Bible.
The heart?
Yeah, what do you think the heart means? Because, that word heart is a tricky thing. Right. Because what do people always say about their heart and the Lord? What's the most famous phrase in Christianity? I love the Lord. Yes, I love the Lord. What's the second most popular thing they say in Christianity? God what? He got me, or he know what?
He know my heart.
He know your heart. What does that mean? What does the phrase "God knows my heart" mean? What does that really mean? He know what I mean. So look, hey, look, God, your best friend, God, look, like your girlfriend. She know. I just got to give her the look. She know what I mean. Oh, God know what you mean. Ooh wee. Yeah, he do know what you mean. He do know what you mean. And he ain't with none of it. Right. Go ahead.
So to answer your question, like in the Bible, your heart is basically your mind.
Exactly, sis. Give her a hand. Excellent job, sis. So I appreciate that. But I want to get back to what you said earlier, though. Because that phrase, God knows my heart, what they really saying is, even though I act this way, God knows who I am on the inside. And when I was saying earlier about self-deception, it's a dangerous thing. Deceiving yourself is dangerous because you'll convince yourself that God is your best friend. And what does that really mean? That he'll overlook everything that I'm doing because he knows who I really am. But that's not how the Lord operates. He don't work like that. For the Lord to know who you are, he puts you through. Well, she just, what's the name? Okay, Most High Christ. Good night. Give him a hand. So I said, he put you through trials to know who you are. God knows God knows your mind by the decisions that you make when you're under pressure. That's how he finds out. All right. But real quick, go ahead and bring that scripture out. So the reason, when the oppressor surrounds you with the temptations of sin, because he knows who you are and you don't. And he knows how the Lord operates and you don't. And I'm gonna prove it to you. Go ahead and bring that out, Art.
Sir, this is the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
Is there any more on that? Where he says, but if not?
Sir.
Right.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them.
Hey, you ever been like in the apartments or the projects, right? And you see the brother, you be like, hey, man, look, if he over here, you know what I'm saying? He usually keep his, you know what I'm saying, his pistols with the switches up under the car rim.
Right.
But if he over here, then we can get him because he can't run over there that fast.
Right.
It's like you know when to move on him. Right. If he over here at this part of town, he ain't gonna carry his guns because the police be over there heavy. Right. But if he over here in the projects, don't mess with him because he gonna pull out, he gonna blast.
Right.
That's how they was looking at us. If they over here sinning against the Lord, we can do whatever we want to them, whatever we want to do, and the Lord is not gonna protect them. They don't have his protection. But if there's no iniquity in their nation, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Don't bother them. Read on.
Lest their Lord defend them.
Lest he do what?
Lest their Lord defend them.
Why is the police able to pull you over and put tickets on you and lock you up? Because the Lord is not defending you. Why is CPS coming up at your house trying to take your kids? Why when you come home after you didn't work 80 hours in one work week and then finally had the time to buy some groceries, you ain't got time to sit down and take a bath for yourself, and you get home and your groceries all ate up. Like, what the hell going on? Right. You know what I'm saying? I done just bought these goddamn groceries. Now they all gone. You ready to murder someone because the Lord ain't with you. Because the Lord is not with you, man. Why is it that when you get done paying all your bills and you're like, man, I got $200 left in my account. Good night. I can go ahead and finally get my hair and nails done, and then your tire blow out.
Right.
Oh, golly.
Right.
I bought these tires 3 months ago. He told me this was something. He told me I had 2 years on these tires. Because the Lord ain't with you, he ain't defending you. Right. And it's deep too, because let me tell y'all something about tithing, man. Y'all better pay y'all tithes to Commander General Yohana.
Right.
Pay your tithes, man. Because what the Lord do is he'll take from you and leave you with little, but then you be like, damn, everything else gets protected. See, you know why we don't want to give up our tithes to the Lord? Because we trying to hold on just in case something happened. We so used to the just in case. Because there's always something happening, right? So now in the wilderness, when the Lord gave them the manna, he said, get what you need. Don't take no more, no less. You know what they did? All right, nigga. Right. That's how we talked about. Yeah. That's how okay. That manna fell. We got jars. Put it in jars. But why, sis, why, if the Lord said, get what you need, don't take no more than what you need, why would we put it in jars? What's the reason? Because that's true, save it for later. But why are we doing that? Because we think what? He said, just get what you need. And we put it in jars.
We think you need more.
What? Because we think what about him?
What he's saying is not true.
And that what if he don't show up? Ain't that why black women say, I mean, shoot, look, I ain't doing wifey stuff until I'm married. I'm not gonna, even though they doing it, right? But that's what they say, right? Because in their head is like, what if he leave? What if he don't be there? That's how the nation of Israel was, like a scorned Black, Hispanic, Native Indian woman. What if he don't show up? I gotta make sure I got a little, my little stash. Listen, man, I used to work in Atlanta at the CDC, Center for Disease Control, and I worked in the lease facilities. So it's all these Black sisters there. They was getting good money, earning good, like managers, administrative stuff like that. And they would always come to because I used to check the badges. So they always come to my desk and be talking, doing all that women talk, right? I'd be sitting there just looking at it, they be laughing like, how you doing? How you doing? I'm good. And they one day they was having a conversation. They was all married, and they was having a conversation like, girl, I've been married for 20 years, but I always keep a little account that he don't know about, because you never know. Right. You never know, girl. Now that's right. I got 2 of those. You got to stash the nuts away, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. It's because they don't have confidence and faith in their relationship, because somebody put it in their head, girl, he might leave. Right. Take care of you. Right. And the Lord said, get what you need, don't get no more. And they got their jars and put it in their jars. And you know what happened overnight? It said maggots got in it, and it turned to mold. It was a stink. What was the Lord doing when he gave him the manna and told him that? What was he doing? He was putting him through a what? Trial. Right. I'm right. Give me Deuteronomy 8, verse 1 and 2. Yeah. And that's why this is the law class, because see, the Lord wants to see with us, because he know how Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are. He know we'll say whatever, but we gonna side eye him. No sweat. You got that? Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 1. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that you may live, right, and multiply. Okay. And go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your father.
Look, that's like a man coming into your life, right? A man coming into your life. He like, listen, I got this program. This is how we're gonna do things. This is how we're gonna move. And if you move with me, what's the song, oh boy? Just get in with me. What his name? I forget the brother name. He was like, yo, just get in with me. If you want to get up and get paid, just get in with me, right? A brother coming in your life like that, look, just follow me. Just come on. And you're like, okay, I like him. I like this brother's style, I like how he move, how he do things. But in the back of your head, it's like, I hear you, it sound good. Right. That's how the Israelites was looking at the Most High. Right. Sound good. Okay. And what are we waiting for? What is a sister waiting for with a man? She's waiting for what? What do you think?
To put a ring on it?
No, brother. Let me say something. Women don't care about no rings. Right. They don't really care about no damn rings, brother. They say that because when women say that, bro, that's about you doing what they want you to do. But they don't even believe in that. If they really believed in that, they wouldn't have been giving their body up before. Right. They don't believe in that thing. It's what the society say. Right. They didn't already done these other things in their life, and they feel like, okay, now this is going to be making something legitimate. But they know also that they're telling you that they want the ring, but they know deep down I can always divorce you. I always got a way out. Right. So the ring ain't really important. What they waiting on you is for you to fail. Facts. They're waiting on you to mess up. Facts. That's what they're waiting on. They're waiting for you to fail. And us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we were waiting on God to fail. Right. That's what we were waiting on. But the Lord knew that. So he was like, the Lord wasn't no simp. He wasn't a goofy. So he said, you're going to do these commandments. Keep reading.
Concept, verse 2. And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness.
Now look, I done came into your life. I done dealt with you like no other brother done dealt with you. I done showed you this and showed you that. And so far, everything's been going good. You going through things, but I'm right there with you. Remember that. Don't forget that. When the pressure comes, well, what about this? I know you said that, but what about this? It's something different. You ain't never dealt with this. You don't know the things I done been through. Right. I done been in Egypt 400 years. They beating on me. They telling me to make bricks without straw. Right. Is you gonna come through like the WIC check? Is you gonna come through like the EBT? Right. Because that was there. Right. The flesh pots was there in Egypt. Right. I could go right outside my door and get the flesh pots. A flesh pot was like a big. You ever seen them videos where like the East Indians, they having a big old pot of food and they in there stirring and put all this stuff in there, like the Africans and all that? That's a flesh pot. So we could just go out into the street, get a bowl of the flesh pot and eat. Even though we had to go slave 13, 16 hours and get beat with whips, at least we knew that the pot was there to get our food. It's like EBT and like, WIC and all that. Because see, the thing is, bro, to be a free man, you got to rely on what?
The Most High.
Yeah. This brother think he's slick. Yes, the Most High. That's correct. But what do you really got to rely on?
You gotta rely on yourself. You can't rely on nobody. You can't rely on nobody, but you have to rely on yourself or your nation.
Okay, see, he's slick too. Israelites be slick. What you got to rely on, sis? Because you think you slick. I'm gonna get back to you, priest. I'm gonna get back to you, priest. You think you slick? What you got to? He gave two answers. He trying to cover both bets in Vegas. I'm gonna bet on red and black.
Right.
What you think, sis? What you got to rely on?
I want to say yourself.
No. It's what he said, but he was being slick about it. He said yourself and your name. You got to rely on each other.
Right.
And what does that require? Trust. And trust, I would say that trust is more. People will give $1 before they give trust. People will give up $5. Hey, I need you. All right. Before they trust you, you'll give money before you give trust. And that's why we as a people, think about why we don't shop black. Every time you go to a black business, right. they treat you worse than the white folks. Right. Hey, don't nobody treat us worse than the white folks. But look at what we tell ourselves. They don't have look. The shelf is all dirty and dusty. Right. They ain't got nothing to organize and they clean up in here. And she got an attitude, girl. I ain't come here to get no attitude from you. Right. Like Walmart don't be giving you hell when you ain't got no receipt. And you bought the vacuum cleaner yesterday.
Right.
Well, listen, without a receipt, we can't help you. I came in here yesterday. Listen, I'm sorry. Don't you have a record of the purchase? What you mean? No. Well, damn it. But let me some black folks. I'll report you to the Better Business Bureau. I'm writing reviews on your. See, that's why I don't shop black. Right. We ain't got no trust for each other. No trust. The thing that we fear most was having to rely on somebody other than our oppressor. You know why we didn't want to rely on each other? Because we all were slaves. Well, if we all were slaves, then how can we rely on each other and we all was in the same condition? Right. How can I trust you, black man, when how are you better than me? What you got going on? That's where all this 6 figures, 6 foot, 6-pack come from. Right. Well, show me you different from these other niggas in slavery. Because now the new word for slavery is the 9 to 5. Right. I can't deal with no nigga with a 9 to 5. What you mean? He working hard, he making $70,000 a year. I don't get it. Now I need fast money. Show me that you're outside of this plantation, that you're outside of this system, that you can give me what I want when I want it now. Like a little baby. You can put the bottle in my mouth like a little baby. Go ahead, man. So,
show me the
I'm telling you, that's what it is. We know that we're slaves.
Right.
We know it. And what his sister's saying is, show me that you outside of this, that you can pull me out of this. This is the thing, though, sis and brothers, and it's the same way brothers get seduced by these people online selling you these, get rich quick schemes. It's the same thing as a brother trying to holler at the sister. It's the same thing. They're trying to make you feel like that you can escape God's wrath, right. God's judgment, his punishments. You can't. Well, actually, Salaki, you can't escape it. I'm wrong. You can escape it by having love for one another,
right? By
trusting each other. But even when you're scared and like I don't know what's going to happen, you let the law of the Lord take take effect. Go through his process. Trust the Lord. Keep reading that Ecclesiastes 2. We're gonna see right here. I'm gonna show you. That's what a trial is for. To prove. We have to prove. And let me tell you something, sisters. I'm not telling you to believe every brother that come in your face.
Right.
I'll be watching these videos, man, where the sisters like walking. I know a lot of this stuff is scripted. But sometimes I be seeing brothers run up on sisters. I can tell, this ain't scripted. Right. And you look beautiful. I just, I like your eyes, the color of your outfit. I just wanted to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm new around here. I figured you could show me around. I figured you could show me around. Right. Why would a woman say, "Yeah, I'll show you around"? Usually when a man get with a woman, he's taking her somewhere. Right. And I'm like, brother, do you not even hear what you're saying? You already hitting her subconscious like, no. And then want to call her a gold digger when she see your car, she run back. Right. Oh, okay, he do got some direction. He is doing something. Yeah, because she see what you got material-wise. But what you said, you was misleading her. Right. Yo, I'm new around town. Could you show me around? What's she gonna show you? But her lust, take me to steak 45. Right. You know what I'm saying? Take me to Razoo's. You know what I'm saying? For that crap. She gonna tell you what pleases her, and you getting mad at her. No, when you a leader and you're dealing with the woman, you just let a woman know, hey, this is what I tolerate, what I don't tolerate. This is what I do and what I don't do. And then if you lay down on the table, she'll make the choice whether or not she want to deal with you or not. Right. Once you just lay it out, you're like, look, I do this, I don't do this. I have this going on, I don't have that going on. And she gonna say, well, he told me the truth. I mean, I was dealing with Tyrone. His nigga was over. No. I mean, this ain't so bad. Right. He ain't talking to me all crazy and stuff. And at least he told me. Right. And if he told me, I got to worry about no other stuff going on. If he dealing with Darius on the low, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? Right. All you gotta do is be upfront with a woman, not act like you want her to show you something. You're supposed to be showing her something. You understand? What the Lord set up inside of a sister and a brother, it's permanent. You can't change the hardware. You understand? It's permanent. A man was meant to lead a woman. That's why I said the man was created first. You can't try to switch it around and try to put it in her lap to figure out what's going on. Right. How many more years are we going to hear about asking a woman what she want to eat? Why we got to keep hearing about that? You know what I'm saying? We on a merry-go-round. She don't know. Right. She don't know. Now, when you say, hey, we going here, I don't want that. What you want then? I'm in the mood for this. Well, then we going there. Okay. She gonna know what she wants. She say she don't know what she want, right? I know I don't want that. Cool. Then we going here then. Okay. Basically, bro, making it easier for women is making the decision for them. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they're taking responsibility for the decision. That's really what it is for them, man. Like, they talk a lot, man, but they really don't want to carry the weight of it. They just want to know that you're going to be there to help carry that weight, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean in terms of you doing the work per se. It's just you've made the decision and you're going to stick by her through it. That's it. That's it, man. It's that simple, okay? Keep reading, Knock.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 2. Set that heart right and constantly endure.
Set your mind right and endure. No, the heart is the mind. Sister was correct. Set your mind, get your mind right, and get ready to go through it. We get involved. We get involved in a whole bunch of different. What's the time check, Salaki? 8:26. Okay, we get involved in so many different things, and we're the one thing that we learn is to quit. It's to drop our sword, to quit, to start it off but not finish it. The scriptures say that he that endures to the end is going to be saved. Right. You understand? We have to commit to something, and then whether it's good or bad, whatever we experience, that we stick with it. Don't you want the Lord to stick with you? That's what all the God know my heart stuff come from. Lord, I know I did that, but I know you still know my heart. You asking him to stick with you, even though you a piece of trash.
Right.
That you have a horrible attitude, you make horrible decisions, and your life stinks. But you want God to love you what? Anyway. But you ain't never stuck to nothing your entire life. The moment some difficulty come, you ready to abandon them. Now, I seen a story where a sister, she went to Miami for 4 days and left her kids in the apartment with some ramen noodles and stuff. And they did a wellness check on the apartment and found the kids, and now she's about to do 15 years in jail. Kids going to CPS. Nice. They don't even want to stick with the kids no more. Look, man, I can get with these kids. I'm gonna take me a break. I got no babysitter. Mama don't want to watch the kids. Look, you 9, you 10. You know how to boil them ramens. You can run your own bath water. I'll be back. Right. She right there the whole rundown too. Look, don't touch nothing. Don't answer the phone. Don't do none of that. Just stay up in here and watch your TV. Watch your Netflix. Good night. We're not even committed to the kids no more. We ready to lead them too. Let alone a man. Right. Dang. Brothers, you too. Look, man, the moment you in the club, she got that little dress on, you on that Casamigos, she dancing on, you got the heels on, she smelling good. Like, ooh wee, oh yeah. You know, go home, make her your rib, wake up, she like, well, I need you to leave because listen, man, Travy's about to get up, right? And I don't want him to see nobody, no man in my bed, right? Hey, I'm hungry. You know breakfast. You better go to Chick-fil-A, right? Oh man, okay, no sweat. Get dressed. I'll holler at you. You gonna call me later? Oh yeah. I'm gonna call you. Blocked. Right. You know what I'm saying, bro? Brothers is like, the first thing that you do that she does that you don't like, you're ready to throw her away. And you have given yourself to her and she's given herself to you and to the Lord. That's marriage. You understand? We have no level of commitment. But you come to serve the Lord, you better prepare yourself for temptation. The temptation of what? To quit, to give up at the first sign of trouble or the first hard thing that you got to deal with, to let it go. Sisters, a lot of y'all be talking about, you know what I'm saying, I can't find the right man. I'm going to tell you what it is that the man that actually want to deal with you, he want to give you some order and structure. And you've been used to being the decision maker about who you want in your life and getting rid of them, that you don't know how to deal with that, letting go of the control. Because really, he can't take nothing from you. It has to be your decision. You have to say, you know what, I'm going to let him lead me. Right. A man can't make a woman lead her. She has to give him the power to do that. So you relinquishing that power, and then when say he make the decision and it don't go the way you think it should go, and you saying, you know what, but I'm committed to him. I'm staying with him. I'm gonna work through this thing. That's what our grandmas used to do. Great grandmas, that's what they used to do, because we was in it together. The KKK was coming, burning them crosses in our yards. We both making 35 cents a week, eating beans every day with the kids. And having more kids, because all we got after we ate the business and the beans, girl, come here. That white man is a bastard. Right. But you come here, though, girl. Listen, the black woman was our heaven and hell. We still in hell, but now we calling each other hell. Now we don't even have that love for each other anymore. We used to take refuge in that's why it says that, if you notice, it says in Exodus that in Egypt, the more they oppressed us, the more that we multiplied and increased. Because you know what oppression did? It made us have to make love. It's the only thing we can do. Right. Come here, baby. You know what I'm saying? And she popping out babies left and right. The Egyptians like, well, goddamn, we keep putting more pressure on it. They having more babies. Right. Yeah. It's just now we having more babies, but we not families no more. Right. Now it's just the women with all these different children, with all these different baby fathers, and with just no commitment. The Lord did not ordain that. Right. And so he's not defending us. He's not with us. You understand? Keep reading, Knox. Salakia.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 2. Set their heart aright and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble. A lot of times when something happens, like say you're on the highway, your phone maybe is at 8%. You forgot your charger at the house, your tire pop. You think that getting frantic is going to make the situation better. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And the thing is that when you have family, when you have brotherhood, when you have people that you can rely on, you ain't got to worry about anything. Right. The reason why we worry is because we think we're by ourselves. That's what demons love to do. They love to try to isolate you in your mind, to make you feel like what you're dealing with and what you're going through is just you. When everybody is suffering the same temptations, man.
Right.
That's why brotherhood is a weapon. That's why having being committed to a partner and having someone there for you is so important, because you can always rely on them to help you figure it out. So when trouble comes, don't get hasty. Then what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Let me call and get counsel. If you a single woman and you don't have a husband, call your camp leader in your zone. Call somebody that cares about you and doesn't have an interest in you for the benefit of themselves. Right. That they're there to serve you and to help you and to make you better. Call them and get some advice and relax. Keep reading.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 2. Set their heart right and constantly endure.
And constantly endure. No matter what happens, stay on the right path. Don't just give up and say, man, I tried that little cult stuff. I tried that Isupk, but it don't work. It's just like church. Endure. Keep going.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Uh-huh.
Verse 3. Cleave unto him.
Cleave unto him. Uh-huh.
And depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end.
At thy last end. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that you may be increased at your last end. When you're a farmer and you have a garden, when you plant seeds, you don't expect a crop the next day. You understand? You have to water those seeds, let the sun hit those seeds, keep the critters out, the rabbits, whatever things that eat the vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You have to tend to that garden. You understand? You have to endure to be able to get the harvest at the end, because it's a process. A lot of us, we give up and we don't even get to the end of the process, man. Give the Lord 90 days in Isupk under command of Yohana. Give him 90 days, man. And after your 90 days, you get your name, give him the rest of your life. Right. Because even when Christ coming ain't over,
right?
It's really just the beginning. Right. Because the end of the world is Esau. Right. And the beginning that follows is the world of Jacob. So even when Christ come back, it ain't over with. Oh, I'll kick my feet up now. Nah, the work really just beginning. Because now you're gonna see him. Right. who you used to vision about and think about, now he here. Right. And if we've been giving you orders and giving you instructions, what you think he gonna do? Oh, how y'all doing? Y'all ready to have a party? No, man, it gets realer. You understand? So we shouldn't be thinking about this like, people be having diets. I'm gonna try this for a little bit and see how it go. No, that's why we say we're not religious. A religion is something that you do, it can pick up and drop. You could be a Buddhist this day, right? For a week. I tried the Buddhism, the meditation and the yoga, eating the shit fried rice and all that, right? I tried being Muslim. I tried being a Christian. I tried being a Mason. Those are religions. Right. Anybody can do it, and you can pick it up and drop it whenever you feel like it. Nobody cares. Right. But this is culture. Culture is something that is in your community, that it's a part of your life. The same way how you wash your behind, like your hygiene. If you got hygiene, goddamn, right? It's supposed to be something that you do every day that you don't even think about it. It's just who you are. You understand? Right. That's why it's telling you to endure, because the way that the Lord wants you to have this thing is spirit. It's inside of you. And it's reflected in your family and how you do things. These kids nowadays that are being raised in Isupk, they ain't never celebrated Christmas or Easter or none of that stuff. Now for them, it's not like, oh, I don't celebrate Easter. It's like, what's Easter? What's that? Right. I go to unleavened bread. I go to Passover. I do the Day of Atonement. That's what I do. It's not my religion. It's my culture. Right. Right. Keep reading, Knock.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon, they take cheerful.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So if trouble comes, just smile. Be like, dang, okay, Lord, I see what's going on here. You trying to see what's up with me. No sweat. Right. I've been listening to class. I've been paying attention. I got this. Keep reading.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
And be patient when you're changed to a lower state. It might be that you have to lose your car for a month or two because you was late on the bills, not even to take your car. And they're going to take my car. They're going to talk about me about, oh, she had that nice truck. Now it's about to go. Right. But to take your truck. Hey, brother, you had that fresh ass Dodge Charger, man, with the rims on it. Here come the tow truck. Hey, take it cheerfully when you're brought to a lower state. Or I got to go sit down and do a little bit of time for a little bit.
Right.
When you're changed to a lower state. Keep reading.
Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire.
What?
For gold is tried in the fire.
Gold is tried in the fire. See, the Lord want to see what's inside of you. If you gold, or maybe you just tin. You know what I mean? Maybe you just, tin metal. But the only way we're gonna find out is if you go ahead, Art.
No, I was about to say, or gold plated. Like
gold plated. They come around with them diamond testers now, right? Which is crazy to me because all the diamonds is now they got diamond testers that go red and green for the moistenites. So it's like, what's the point now? Right. And then according to what the boy said in Dallas, he said they selling shake. Yeah. It ain't the real carats, the real diamonds. They just selling a shake out the bag. You know what I'm saying? It glitter and all that, but it ain't worth nothing. Right. Because if it ain't at a certain carat, you can't it has no resale value. So once you get the piece all iced out, it has no value after that. You know what I mean? But the Lord want to make sure that when he put that tester on you, it shoot up green. You know what I'm saying? But the only way he can do that is he puts you in the fire. Right. You know what I'm saying? To see if you're going to shake up and switch up. Keep reading.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Acceptable men are found in the furnace of adversity. You don't know who a real friend is unless you're going through a situation. That's how you know who's real. When you having the parties and you done cooked all the chicken and made them good baked beans with the turkey meat in it, you know what I'm saying? And made all the burgers, and then you got all the alcohol over there, and then everybody's laughing and joking, watching the boxing match, you know what I'm saying, or watching the game. Nah, but when you can't pay your light bill or your rent is due, you know what I'm saying, or you in a situation like where you lose the loved one, and where's everybody at then? Right. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say that a friend showeth himself friendly at all times, right? And there's a friend that's sticking closer than a brother, and a brother is born for the day of adversity. Right. The reason why you can that acceptable men are found in adversity is because we're found in it together. It's not like you're acceptable going through it by yourself. It's because you have people there with you that's going through it with you. At Passover, all the brothers that are here with me right here, Bar Zion and Abiyar, we were part of the detail for the black party. We worked that black party all night. Then we got word that the children's party that was happening at the hotel, that the power had went out. We received orders to leave from there and go straight and lock down that entire facility, that entire hotel, floor by floor in the entire perimeter. And not only that, we were handing out waters and checking on people on their doors, making sure everybody was okay throughout the entire building. I think it was like 4 floors. We had just left work in 6 hours. And really, we had been up all day anyway because we had to scan the entire venue before we even did the black party. So we was really up at 9 a.m. anyway. Right. You understand? That was adversity. And we were found acceptable. Why? Because we were there going through it together. Right. It wasn't me by myself. I had Abiyar, I had Aban, and all the other brothers that was there. And the brothers that got called upon that wasn't on Shamar. Right. We got through the adversity together. That's the point. When you're going through trial and adversity, even though you might be dealing with it personally, you got brothers that's with you to hold you down. You understand? You ain't got to. You're not by yourself. Right. Sis, you're not by yourself. Right. Yeah, you know that righteous priest over there, but you got brothers, man. I'm your brother. This your brother because that's my brother, and if that's my brother, then you my sister. Right. End the subject. Don't find out. They know the vehicle is filled with all manner of sewing machines and hardware. Real talk. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that goes for the babies too. That's us. It's family now. You understand? You're not by yourself. You understand? We here together. Keep reading now. It's real.
Verse 6, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order the way aright, and trust in him.
Right. And what does that mean to believe in him and to trust in him? The Lord gave us a system in the law, right? To love your neighbor as yourself. Trust in that. You understand? To do your neighbor properly. Like to the thing that you want done to you, do it for your neighbor. Trust in that process. If you have an issue with your brother and he offends you, go to he and him alone. You understand? And if he hear you, you gain your brother. If not, take that brother to counsel.
Right.
Trust in the Lord. That's what it means when they say trust in the Lord. It means trust in the system that he set up for our culture, for us to deal with each other. Because we are all we got. The Chinese man don't care about you. The East Indian man don't care about you. The Caucasian don't care about you. All we got is us. So we got to stop looking at each other with the side eye and start trusting the Lord, which means the what? The scripture says what? To love the Lord all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. And the next commandment is likened unto it. What? To love your neighbor as you love yourself, man. He's saying to trust in him is to trust in what he set up. Keep reading now.
Verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fail.
Right. When you fear the Most High, stick to what he said. He'll come and give you that in the end. Trust me. In fact, I think what is it? Drop down to where it says, "Has anybody ever trusted the Lord?" And he's not. I think it could be verse 8. What verse is that? Read that. Yeah, read
verse
10. We'll close out with that.
Verse 10. Look at the generations of the old,
right,
and see confound. Or did any abide in his fear?
Read that again. Read it slow, Rock, because I think we skip it over some words.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old.
Look at the generations of old. Look at the records that we have in the scriptures of the men who trusted in the Most High. Keep reading.
And see, did ever any trust in the Lord? And was confounded.
And confounded. So he's saying, can you tell me a story in the scriptures where somebody put all their trust in the Most High in how he does things, and then they were confused and confounded and didn't know what to do? It's not in our records. That's why we keep records. Right. That's why we memorialize our men who trust in the Most High.
That's right.
We keep records of that. So when people are coming up and say, look, man, here, look at them. They trusted in the Most High and this happened.
Right.
He trusted in the Most High and this happened. We keep records of it. Because why? It's going to be generations who don't know about the Lord and the things that he's done and how to trust in him. That's why we have to teach our children and tell them every day. The Bible says that to post the commandments on your wall. Tell them about it when you sit on the porch. Talk to them about it. To remind them and then to show them the records and say, hey, this person went through this and they trusted in the Lord and he did this for them. Because the Lord don't change. It said his word goes to 1,000 generations. He's the same. He the same God today, yesterday, and forevermore. Good. Now you don't even know what that means.
Right.
You understand? If he's the same, then how can we keep changing gods?
Right.
Why are we wondering if it's Allah then, or if it's Buddha, or if it's Krishna? If you dreadheads, Shiva.
Right.
Yeah, you worship another god if you got dreads and locks. You is not in the truth.
Right.
Oh, Samson had locks. What you mean he had 7 big locks? No, you like a monster. You look dreadful.
Right.
That comes from the tribe of Elam.
Right.
That's the worship of a god named Shiva.
Right.
Why are you switching gods if God stays the same and he don't change? Then why are you switching up? Right. Go ahead, Salaki.
Well, I was gonna say, they say women.
Get the mic. I'll get the mic. Salaki.
They say, this say what you going on, sir. Like they say, women are guys too. You know what I mean? They push their image that, because they have babies, they are God or goddess.
Right. Well, we know, the baby come from the man. Listen, look, you ain't finna take my child for me. I carry it for 9 months. But baby doll, I was 26 when I got with you. I was carrying it for 26 years.
Real tough. Dang.
In both bags.
Real tough. Real tough.
The kids been with me longer than they've been with you.
Facts.
Okay. All right. Easy bake oven. I got the batter. You got the pan.
Right.
That was God's plan. All right. Let's enjoy the cake. Salaki, go ahead. Salaki, go ahead. Go ahead, Doc. Keep reading.
Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord, and was confounded?
It hasn't happened. Go ahead.
Or did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken?
What does abiding in his fear mean? Okay, I'll help you for time's sake. To fear God is, if you fear God, what do? Anybody can answer that. Go ahead, Art.
You listen to him.
More, give me more.
You respect.
What's today's class?
Oh, the law class.
So if we fear God, what do?
Keep the law.
Keep his commandments, right? To fear God is to keep his commandments. To abide in his fear means that you stick to the commandments, even when things is going crazy. To abide in his fear, because if you fear God, those who fear God will keep his commandments. Fear is not talking about, well, I mean, really, you should be terrified of the Most High, but he's a father. It's the way that you would fear your father, a good father. You love your dad. He loves you, but you know if you cross the line with him, he's going to deal with you, even though he loves you. That's how you got to look at the Most High, like a father, okay? Keep reading, Knock. What's the time? We past 9?
8:48.
Okay. We still got good time. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 10.
Don't read from the top. Read where you left off.
Verse 10. Abide in his fear. And was forsaken, or whom did ever despise that called upon him.
For whom did the Lord ever despise that called upon him? If your kids can get on your nerves. They've been acting up in school. The teacher, you gotta have a parent-teacher conference. You know what I'm saying? The teacher's like, he up in here acting a fool.
Right.
You about to tear his behind up. Right. But then he come from outside and he like, Mama, they try to jump me. Or Daddy, they trying to hit me with a bat.
Right.
Are you gonna despise your kid? Like, look, man, you was acting up in school. I mean, and get out there and deal with it. Right. You finna go out there in a rage. Like, who messed with my baby? That's the Lord. Okay. If you fear the Lord, who has he despised who's ever called upon him? It's like a father. As a father, if you hear the cry of your child, what are you going to come and do? See what's wrong and try to make it right. You understand? So it's saying if you fearing him and doing what he said, why do you lack the confidence to face the east and ask for help and think he's not going to come? He's going to come, and it's going to come practically through who? Your family, right? Christ said, he was like, hey, Yahweh, Jesus was having camp. Right, he's out there teaching, and he had his men with him. One of the disciples was like, "Hey man, your mama and your brother's here." He was like, "All right, it's your mama. They asking for you." Hey, who is my mama? Hey, who is my brother? Who is my mama?
Right.
But then they do the will of my Father which is in heaven, and he point to the disciples. This is my mama. This is my brothers. Right in front of his mama. His mama like, baby, Jesus, what happened? What that mean? Jesus' mama wasn't in the truth. Right. He said, they with me out here holding camp. They out here teaching, doing what the Lord said to do. This is my mama and my brothers. Not my mama. This is what Christ said. This is Yahweh. You understand? Your family, who you can rely on the Lord, is relying on those that fear the Lord and believe like you believe and are willing to give their life for that. You understand? You can trust in that. But man, listen. I don't know Abby from a can of paint, but I know this nigga. This is my brother. I know him. You know why? Because he feel the same way I feel about this. Right. And as long as that's in play, then that's how close we are. Right. If I go left, I'm like, hey man, listen. You know, I watched this crazy video the earth flat, man, and they talking about the Anunnaki, man. I think this truth could be a little. What you gonna do? Hey, you gonna dap me up? No, brother. You better report. Hey, listen, hey, Salagi, sir, this brother Chopper's already a tripper. He talking about Anunnaki and all. You better go tell.
Right.
You understand? The only thing that binds us together is this truth. Right. And that's how it should be. That's over family. Listen, I didn't have no brothers growing up. I had 2 sisters. I was the only son. I got brothers now, man. Right. I got brothers. Right. Not just in here. You know what I'm saying? I got hundreds of brothers. You understand? So I don't worry about anything because I got family. I got sisters too. As a matter of fact, shout out to my sister. I ain't gonna say her name. Daughter sister.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A sister, excellent sister, held me down and covered me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so like you, sir. You know what I mean? The water sis. I got brothers and sisters that are looking out for my best interest, man. You understand? And I got the men above me, man, that are correcting the areas that I need to work on and develop so I can become a better priest and a better brother. Right. You understand? So I can abide in the fear of the Lord and know at the end it's going to work out. Keep reading. So just read to the end of 10.
The Lord was confounded and did any abide in his fear, and was forsaken, for whom did ever despise. They called upon him. Verse 11. For the Lord is full of compassion.
He's what?
For the Lord is full of compassion.
He's full of brotherhood. Keep reading.
And mercy. Long suffering. And very pitiful.
Very pitiful. Go ahead.
Very pitiful. And forgiveth sins.
Right. Is that it?
And saveth in time of affliction.
And saveth in times of affliction. Means that when it says the Lord is pitiful, you say somebody look pitiful, that's like bad. What it means is that he's full of pity.
Right.
So if you've been living a life a certain way and he's been against you and you come to try to change your life, even though he's going to let certain things kind of come into your life still for you to deal with, but he's not doing it now because he's against you. What the Lord do is he come in and he kind of set a wall around you. When you come into the truth, he'll put a little barrier around you, but he let little stuff come in that you got to fight because he's letting you know, all right, I know you weak. You got to get built up, but hit the bag. My arms hurt. I know. That's okay. Keep punching that bag. You know what I'm saying? Then he get you in the ring. Now you got to spar. It hit my nose. It hit my chin. That's okay. Keep your hands up. Right. Don't drop your hands. Throw that punch again. Keep punching. Keep doing the jump rope. Good. And I'm getting tired. It's okay. My legs hurt. My arms hurt. It's all right. You'll be okay. Take a break. Get back up. Do it again. Now you got a prize fight. You know what I'm saying? He do that to build you up for the next fight because our life is war. What that say right there? With them side blades, right? Life is war. Every single day. So he come and he protects you from the big things, but he has to build you up to be able to battle that big thing eventually. Because he's gonna fight battles by helping you fight your battles. That's how he fights the battles for you. He'll take on the things that you can't deal with. We can't deal with the U.S. military. We can't deal with drone strikes and Russia and Israel and all Amalek synagogue and their armies. We can't deal with that. We can't deal with nuclear missiles. But you know what you can deal with? Not smoking weed. Right. You know what you can deal with? Not tossing a woman away when you sleep with her. Right. You know what you can deal with? Not snorting cocaine and sipping lean. Right. You understand? What you can deal with is coming to class and learning what God hates and what he loves and doing the thing that he loves. You can battle that. You ain't got to battle the dragon. You know what I'm saying? That's Michael and the Alahayim. They got that covered. Right. But you got to battle your lust though. You understand? Now, it's like when your son about to, he got a bully in school. Right. He come to the house. Hey, son, we got to go outside. Go out there and fight him. I'll be right there. Right? You going to let him fight the fight. Now, if they try to jump him, we own it. Right. But, brother, get out there and do what you do. I ain't raised no suckers. I ain't raised no punks. So he put you through trials to build you up for that fight. You understand? Because the fight ain't you think the fight is, I got to go do this. I got to go do that. No, that ain't the fight. The fight is when that's over with. Now what? Now you got to fight you. Okay? But with that, where we at time-wise?
55, sir.
Any questions?
No questions, sir.
All right, man. With that, we're going to go ahead and close out. There ain't no questions in the classroom. Any questions in the classroom? We're good to go. We're going to close out there. Y'all make sure y'all pay y'all tithes. I believe the next feast day coming up is going to be the Feast of First Fruits. Is that it? What's the date on that?
It's 50 days from
Passover?
From the unleavened bread.
Let me see. I got that's cool. I'm gonna get that print out, put on there. But our next feast coming up is the Feast of First Fruits. Y'all get prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that we do for the Lord, everything the Lord sets up for us is a fight. It is a battle. You understand? Unleavened bread, we couldn't eat anything that had leaven in it. You know what I'm saying? After Feast of First Fruits, then after that, I believe it's going to be the Day of Atonement. That's going to be a battle. You understand? The Lord has us go through these things each and every year to keep us strong. And the Bible says that if you want to be strong, you got to keep his commandments. You got to keep these laws. But the laws is not something that we use to try to hurt people or punish people. The laws are given there to give us protection. You understand? To give us structure, man, to build us up. You understand? And that's done through trials. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, to end off, give me that James 1, I think 1 up to verse 2, James chapter 1 to 1 through 2, and read that. And I'm not talking to anybody else on the earth. If you Chinese, African, East Indian, you know what I'm saying? If you a Pacific Islander, Hawaiian, you're not our people, you know what I'm saying? And, I ain't talking to y'all. And I'm going to prove I ain't talking to y'all about what James say. James was the brother of Yahushua, the brother of Christ. This is what he say. Start at verse 1.
It's the book of James, chapter. It's the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. James, a servant of our God and the Lord Jesus Christ.
That's right.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
To the who?
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Not the Hawaiians, not the Polynesians. You're not Israelites.
Right.
Not to the Chinese, not to the East Indians, not to the Caucasians. You're not Israelites. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
But listen, for you black folks to listen to white people talk about the Bible, James is not writing to them.
Right.
He's writing to us because he's an Israelite. You shouldn't listen to no heathen discussing your records, your book. Okay. Now he's addressed who he's talking to. Keep reading. Greetings, peace, shalom.
Verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations.
Count it what?
All joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
You should get excited. Salakia, good night. You should get excited when you go through these things. Why? Because the Lord is putting you up to see what you're about, what's inside of you. So when you're going through different temptations, different trials, get excited. That means that your life is changing. Keep reading.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
It does what?
The trying of your faith worketh patience.
Because in this walk, in this truth, you're gonna need patience. Don't nothing come overnight. Keep reading.
But let patience have her perfect work.
Right. Let it have its perfect work. When we tell you to be, you dress in all black and don't teach and don't be on there trying to talk about the Bible and be quiet and learn. Let patience have its perfect work. Be patient. Your time is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? You come into this truth and you're like, man, I'm doing it, but I mean, how's this all gonna work out? I mean, I get it, but listen, be patient. Keep coming to class. You ain't gotta know everything in one day.
Right.
You ain't gotta try to say everything in one conversation.
Right.
Let patience have its perfect work, man. Okay, keep reading.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Christ said that be ye perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. You can't become perfect without patience. I remember I came into this mug trying to go from 0 to 100. And I remember Captain Yatazak told me, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, he's like, why are you trying to run and you ain't even crawled yet? He was like, that's stupid. Right. You ain't even learned to walk. You trying to run. That's stupid. Take your time, young man. Don't be in a rush to get old. Y'all gotta play the song. Take your time, young man. Real talk. Don't be in a rush. Take your time. Because you ever see them kids that be trying to bolt out and run? What happened? They don't see what's at their feet and they trip and they fall.
Right.
And then when they fall, now it's the boo-hoo and the crying and all that stuff. Relax. Walk. He told Abraham, he said, walk with me and be ye perfect. And that's like Genesis 15.
Right.
He said, walk before me. He didn't say run. He said, walk before me and be perfect. Why? Because you're going to need patience to reach that perfection. But it's a process. You understand? You ain't got to be in no rush. All right. Is there any more on that? That you may be perfect and entire. Okay. With that, Imagine, which means to stand. We'll go ahead and close out the class. Sis, Imagine, if you could, Baba Kashar. Baba Kashar is please in the Hebrew. All right. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. So, Sar Hakwadam, which means to turn and face the east. All right. All right, the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lakum, Call, Yawam, Wasalatnawa, Kabawathnawa, Kasalatnawa, Kabawathnawa, Wala'ah, Tabia'ayanawa, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalatwa, Wahala, Wahata Para, La'ai Walamyam, Aman, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right, Sar, turn. We'll give a courtesy salute to the Akim, to the brothers, men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. Yazamatah, Salakia Sar, turn face the sisters, men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latham Ba'Hashem Yahushua. Sis, do your hands like this. All right.
You know I say this, man.
All right, and then Yahweh, Shamar, Alathan, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yazamatah, class dismissed. What's on?